Yeah, this guy. Let's see. G. I guess I'll make Jim H. Wait. That looks like Jim I. So let me make Jim K.
Where can I take you?
Nowhere. Thank you. It'd be really nice if you would move away from the stash. So I'll show my gear. What's this?
I
Right.
can't.
After I finish muling. And then this is going to be a gem farming video. I guess like, I don't know if I'll wait till I finish the alphabet or if I'll wait until, what's it called? I reach a certain number of gems before I go ahead and do a crafting video. Typically I like to wait for 1,000 sapphires. So I'll have to go through and count, or at least approximate how many I have. And I think what I'll do is once I reach the end of the alphabet for these mules, I'll forward them all, and I'll do like a really a wonderful video where I drag and drop all of their gems into stashes labeled by the gem color. Oh boy, that's going to be an exciting video. Well, I suppose really no more mundane than the stuff I do already, for the most part. Now let me silence my phone, because people at work keep trying to text and call me. I don't want to see that right now. Like, I'm off the clock. Leave me alone. Apparently that's not a thing. But whatever. Anyway. Let's see, there's nothing on the floor. What's in your cube? Nothing. Okay. Okay, so here's his gear. Man, this is trash. Wow, I really should get him a better weapon. Or I guess I don't know if it's trash, because this is 1.0 and Lance is not an option. I think it's probably not trash, it's just like not good. I don't know, I'd have to look. It's certainly like not amazing. Fast hit recovery, fastest run walk, 42 fire risk, 13 dex, that's pretty good. This ring is really, really nice. But yeah, I'll just highlight everything so you can look at it at your leisure or leisure, whichever you prefer. And then I will go get gems. Okay, there's one, there's one, there's one. I think that's it. I had a lot of comments in the last 2 days, and I try to respond to almost every comment. Sometimes they're just like, hey, nice video, and then I don't reply. If I did, it would just be like, cool, I guess. I'm glad you like it. And then I also had, I crossed 100 subscribers today, from 99 to 102. So that's neat. some people asking for like, hey, can you make a video of this? And like I might, but in general, the more effort I have to make, the less likely it is to happen. I did do some bonus cleaning. So like in yesterday's video, I mentioned I cleaned off a bit of that bar top on the kitchen, and then after that, I also, the weight bench that I mentioned a few days ago that had just like stuff sitting on it that doesn't belong on the weight bench. I put it in more appropriate places or threw it away if it was trash. A lot of it was just like clothes that are out of season, so they went in the closet. Um, and then there was some stuff related to my trading cards. Um, if I do any cleaning today, it's probably going to be clearing up some space on this table. But we'll see. Because this is the table where if I do start making Lego videos, this is where they would be recorded. The camera would focus, it's a cheap camera, it was like $40 at Fry's Electronics, which is no longer open. It was the cheapest webcam they had that said HD on it. Back then, HD might have meant something different than what it means now. I would not be surprised if it's limited to like 480p or something. Man, no gems. Wow. And I would want the camera to be focused on the Legos and like the set that's being built. And me personally would be less important, or perhaps not even visible at all, just my hands. And then you can see the permanently stuck dirt under some of my fingernails from digging in the dirt, and how tan my hands have gotten. You can actually see like the tan line from the, I don't know if it's a tan line or if palms just don't tan. Like maybe they're a different type of skin that doesn't change color. But you can see like a clear line from the top of my hand to the, or from like the back of my hand to the palm of my hand. Also, you probably won't be able to see this, but some of the hairs on my arm are getting bleached by the sun and turning like blonde. So I really do need to get long sleeves. Alright, I picked this up. What's... No. So that I don't get skin cancer. Or at least to reduce my odds of skin cancer. I do have a non-zero family history of skin cancer. See what else. Oh yeah, I went to visit my parents today, and there were, including me and my parents, there were, in addition to that, 5 other people for a total of 8. So it was a nice dinner, and we had grilled chicken with green beans and cheesy potato casserole. I ate a little bit of each thing. I probably should not eat the cheesy potato casserole because I know that it has Ore-Ida brand hash browns, which use dextrose, which is likely derived from grains. So hopefully I don't run into any problems tomorrow or the next day, like digestive issues. But it's probably okay for just like uh, one portion of one meal. I think it'll be okay. I bought one energy drink today, and I drank half of it in the morning and half of it in the afternoon. And I need to mark down on a. I forgot to get my receipt, so I need to just like write down on a piece of paper and put it in the binder how much that cost and what I spent it on, so that I can track my spending for a month and be like, wow, I really am dumb for all this money that I'm wasting on stuff that I don't need. Ah. Sometimes, I wanted, like, I think I've mentioned that I'm like super lazy when I'm at home. And like, I've been meaning basically to make Diablo 2 content, either like this or as live streams or tutorials or whatever, for like years. And I only now just started in January. And it's like, I'm not like upset, like, oh man, if I had done this before, you know. But it does kind of sometimes make me wonder, like, if I had done life differently. Kind of like people in their late 30s and early 40s will often consider, man, if I had done this, I've been wasting so much time. And I think that's a common uh, thought, like line of thought for people this age, especially if they, or really even if they do consider themselves successful, they're still like, well, but I don't have this other thing, and so I could have done this a little different and had this other thing that I want, whether that's a better job or a family or vacations or whatever. Uh, and so I actually looked up like the definition of what is a midlife crisis, and I don't remember what it said, but I remember what I thought after reading it. And I was like, man, most people's midlife crisis is like, you know, changing careers or buying a car or whatever. I don't know. And like, it's a period of sadness and like self disappointment or like confusion about what is their purpose. And I feel like I'm kind of having the opposite, where it's like, wow, I've wasted so much time doing things that are meaningless. I need to start trying to make up for it. Uh, and like do stuff that's cool and fun or interesting or whatever. Uh, so hey, I'm posting videos like I had meant to for a long time, and I'm working outside with my hands, and I'm slowly cleaning my apartment so that I can host people for dinner and that sort of thing. Like starting to make my life more, well, I guess I mentioned before, basically like trying to fulfill Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I don't consider to be like some like, oh, you must do this or your life is pointless. It's more of a, if you don't already have a like a life trajectory in mind, then I think it's a good tool to help gain one. And so, like, I would say that if I am having a midlife crisis, then the result is like the opposite of what you would think of when you think of having a midlife crisis. Like, oh man, I'm doing everything good that I wanted to do. Next thing you know, I'm going to be like a billionaire with friends. Imagine. $1 billion is a lot of money, dude. But that's not actually like part of my list of goals. Uh, at least not yet. So, anyway. Let's see, what else? Oh, wow, that's a lot of skulls. This would be a good map if, like, if I could figure out a way that is within my personal gameplay ethics of muling without losing the map. Um, this would be a great one for farming skulls. You can mule without losing your map by making the save file read-only while muling. I don't like that for myself, so I don't do it. You can also, of course, just duplicate the save file, which has essentially the same effect. And I also don't like doing that for myself. Um, and so instead, I just lose the map and it's fine. It's not like a big deal. I'm very much in the change bad camp, and so if you propose for me to do something new that I'm not already currently doing in my own Diablo 2 journey, especially with regards to the ethics of third-party um, programs affecting your gameplay, then I am going to say, no, I'm not going to do that. That's cheating. Actually, I won't call it cheating. I'll just say, I won't do that. I don't care about other people doing it. I drew a line, in the sand of here's the things that I'm willing to do, and that line has not moved for quite some time. It actually has, like, come further back on the side of being more strict because I no longer trade items. I used to trade with other single players, and I no longer do. Mostly because the trade pool is too small, but partially, since that's true, it's like, well, then I might as well just not trade at all and be entirely self-found moving forward. Da-da-da. Did I find any sapphire? One. Amazing. Sapphire is the gem that I most prefer because of the 1.07 recipe that I will use with it. Someone asked for a gear video, and I think they wanted more than just the items I'm wearing, but also like stuff that I've found. And so I might make one of those. I've showed a lot of the stuff like during other videos, which I know is different because not everyone watches all the videos, and especially not to the end. So it's perfectly reasonable to make a video where I only show a bunch of gear and title it as such. Um, so we'll see. I might do it. especially if there's a day where, oh, Ancient Axe is no good anyway. If there's a day where I just like really am not feeling like playing, then I might do that instead. Like open Atma and open my 1.06 mules and show some of the stuff that I have. Some of my classic boots. See, go through one of the Discord servers I'm in and find all of my old screenshots. Going back years, including a lot of items that I no longer currently have in my inventory. But anyway, that's a lot of skulls. It's nice. I like it. So I think for the gym videos, I'm gonna just start using this as the screenshot. But I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, that's good for today.